Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the channel. Before I begin, here are my disclaimers. Today I am going to give you an update about MAXLINEAR INC quarterly report. MAXLINEAR Inc. offers a diverse range of products and services to various industries worldwide. Some of the key businesses and services provided by the company include communications systems-on-chip solutions, radio frequency and high-performance analog products, digital signal processing and security engines, data compression and networking layers, power management, and interface products. The company's products are used in a variety of electronic devices, including 4G/5G base station and backhaul infrastructure equipment, optical transceivers, Wi-Fi and wireline routers for home networking, broadband modems, electronic devices for various industries, such as telecommunications, networking, and consumer electronics. The MAXLINEAR Inc. MXL stock price has experienced significant fluctuations over the past year, with a 3.97% change in value. Several news events have contributed to these changes, including a strong Q3 2025 earnings report that led to a 4.98% gain on October 23, 2025. However, this was followed by a major price decline of 10.2% on October 10, 2025. Strategic product announcements and partnerships have also had an impact on the stock price. For example, Pegatron's selection of MaxLinear's Sierra radio system-on-chip, SoC, for its next-generation 5G Open RAN macro radio unit led to a rise in the stock. Additionally, insider activity has been notable, with Stephen G. Litchfield selling over $1.7 million worth of shares on August 26, 2025. Despite these fluctuations, analysts have maintained a hold rating for MXL, with an average target price of $18.50 as of October 24, 2025. MaxLinear's management has projected continued revenue growth in Q4 2025 and exciting revenue growth in 2026, driven by investments in key areas like data center optical interconnects and wireless infrastructure. However, challenges remain, including high operating expenses, restructuring charges, and increased fab prices impacting gross margins. These factors may have contributed to the stock price remaining relatively stable over the past year, with no significant changes. The primary drivers of revenue growth or decline in the semiconductor industry are multifaceted, encompassing both internal and external factors. External factors such as market demand fluctuations, competition from emerging technologies, regulatory changes, geopolitical tensions, and natural disasters can significantly impact a company's revenue. Internally, companies must manage product development timelines, supply chain disruptions, employee retention, financial management, inventory levels, distributor relationships, manufacturing capacity, mergers and acquisitions, and research and development investments. These factors are interconnected and can have compounding effects on a company's revenue growth or decline. For instance, changes in market demand can lead to increased competition, which may necessitate significant investments in product development and supply chain management. Similarly, regulatory changes can impact manufacturing capacity and inventory levels. To mitigate potential risks and capitalize on opportunities, companies must closely monitor these factors and develop strategies that address their specific needs. This includes investing in research and development, strengthening distributor relationships, managing financial risk, and adapting to changing market conditions. By doing so, companies can navigate the complex landscape of the semiconductor industry and achieve sustainable revenue growth. Net income and profit margins. A tale of decline. The financial performance of the company has been marred by a decline in net income and profit margins over the years. The primary reasons for this downturn include a decrease in revenue, excess inventory impacting customer demand, trade wars, loss of major customers, increased competition, and reduced consumer spending during economic volatility. Net income specifically saw a decline due to various factors such as decreased demand from international trade disputes, tariffs, limited scope or suspended business with parties subject to export restrictions, and overestimation of customer demand leading to excess inventory levels. The company's inability to adapt to changing market conditions has resulted in a significant decrease in net income. Profit margins have also suffered due to factors such as decreased average selling prices, high interest rates affecting operating results and cash flows, pressure on selling prices from customers seeking to offset tariff impacts, and increased competition in the semiconductor industry. The erosion of average selling prices has led to substantial period-to-period fluctuations in operating results, further exacerbating the decline in profit margins. The company's failure to maintain a stable revenue stream, coupled with its inability to adapt to changing market conditions, has resulted in a significant decline in both net income and profit margins. To reverse this trend, the company must focus on improving its pricing strategy, reducing excess inventory levels, and adapting to the evolving market landscape. The company's financial performance indicates a significant milestone in its journey towards stability and growth. A key indicator of this progress is the generation of positive operating cash flow. This achievement signifies that the company is able to cover its operational expenses from its current revenue streams without relying on external financing or debt. As confirmed by various sections of the financial report, pages 15, 51, 54, and 56, the company's ability to generate positive operating cash flow demonstrates a strong foundation for future growth. This accomplishment is a testament to the company's efficient management practices, effective cost control measures, and successful revenue generation strategies. The generation of positive operating cash flow has far-reaching implications for the company's long-term sustainability and competitiveness in its industry. It enables the company to invest in new opportunities, repay debts, and reward shareholders, ultimately contributing to its overall success and growth trajectory. The company's debt level and interest expenses have undergone significant changes in recent years. In terms of debt level, the long-term debt has increased by $465 from $122,996 to $123,461. Additionally, the aggregate indebtedness as of September 30, 2025 is $125 million, a notable increase from the June 23, 2021 credit agreement. This indicates that the company's debt level has risen substantially. On the other hand, interest expenses have decreased by $929 from $7,444 to $6,515. Furthermore, interest expense has decreased by $0.4 million due to lower interest rates. These changes suggest that while the company's debt level is increasing, its interest expenses are actually decreasing, likely due to reduced borrowing costs. The company's financial performance in 2025 showed mixed results across various segments and regions. On the positive side, net revenue and gross profit increased compared to 2024. However, segment net loss remained significant despite a decrease of 40% in 3 months and 35% in 9 months. In terms of regional performance, China was particularly affected by weakened demand due to trade policies and tariffs. Other international regions also suffered from the impact of trade policies and tariffs. These factors contributed to poor performance in these areas. Management's outlook and strategy. A focus on growth and sustainability, the company's management is optimistic about its future prospects, driven by growth in sales demand, particularly in new markets. To achieve revenue growth, the company plans to develop new products and penetrate new markets, while investing in research and development to remain competitive. Compliance with regulatory requirements, such as data protection and cybersecurity, is also a top priority. In addition to these strategic initiatives, management has emphasized the importance of debt repayment over investments and acquisitions. This approach will enable the company to retain its earnings for business development and general corporate purposes, rather than distributing them through dividend payments. Overall, the company's strategy is centered on sustainable growth, innovation, and responsible financial management. The company has made several strategic moves through acquisitions and divestitures. Notably, MAXLINEAR INC acquired Company Y in January 2023, while a planned acquisition of Silicon Motion was terminated on July 26, 2023. On the other hand, the company has also engaged in divestitures to optimize its portfolio. This includes the sale of proprietary design and know-how for a full duplex amplifier to Comcast, as well as the sale of patents. These transactions demonstrate the company's efforts to adapt and evolve through strategic business decisions. The company's financial summary reveals 2 key points regarding its capital distribution. Firstly, the company has not paid dividends to its shareholders, as indicated in multiple sections of the report. Secondly, while there is no evidence that the company bought back any shares, it did issue new shares for stock option settlement purposes. Concerns over inventory buildup and supply chain disruption, the financial summary reveals several red flags indicating potential issues with inventory buildup and supply chain disruption. Notably, inventory levels have increased significantly over time, suggesting a possible accumulation of excess stock. Furthermore, the company's high dependence on a single customer, accounting for 32% of gross accounts receivable, makes it vulnerable to disruptions in that relationship. The semiconductor industry is also facing challenges due to geopolitical tensions and changing trade policies, which could impact supply chain operations. Transportation delays, difficulty in obtaining distribution and support, decreased demand in regions affected by these conditions, and uncertainty surrounding future trade relationships are all concerns about supply chain disruption. Additionally, the company's reliance on products shipped to Asia, accounting for 81% of net revenue, makes it susceptible to regional disruptions. Excess inventory in the channel has also negatively impacted revenue, highlighting the need for more efficient inventory management practices. Overall, these factors suggest that the company is facing significant challenges related to inventory buildup and supply chain disruption. That concludes the financial summary for MAXLINEAR INC. Feel free to comment below, and I will be happy to answer them when possible.